Hello everyone. So first off, I am a little under the weather, so if I sound weird, just ignore that. But I really wanted to get this video filmed. So we went to Denver last week. We flew in Wednesday afternoon and flew back Sunday afternoon. And luckily nothing too major with delays on the flights on the way back. There was a mechanical issue that they ended up fixing, but then we were like getting ready to take off and someone had a medical emergency. So we went back and let them off. So it just took a lot longer than we expected, but we made it home all in one piece. We went to so many thrift stores. We went to Denver, and then one day we went down to Colorado Springs. So today in this video, I'm going to show you the 45 items that I picked up at one of the 3 Denver Goodwill outlet locations. This location is our favorite by far of the 3. We've now been there, including this time, 4 times. And this one's definitely the one we find the best stuff at. So we just went ahead and stayed there for our bins trips in Denver. And then my mom actually got to come along on this trip for her first trip to Denver. And so she wanted to go to Colorado Springs. We had been once before, the very first time we went to Denver, which was back in August of 2020. We got to like go up to Pikes Peak and have some fun there, but we did a little bit of thrifting. But we went to the bins there. I think I found a couple of things, I think 4 from that location, and then we went to 2 or 3 different thrift stores there as well. So this video is only going to be about the stuff I found at the bins locations, and then I will have another video with what I found at the other thrift stores, which was approximately about 100 items. So if you are interested in seeing that video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell notification. That way you're notified every time that I put out a video, and you'll get notified when that video goes live, probably within the next week or 2. But we're gonna go ahead and get into these items here. So I thought I had picked up 44 items. Turns out, I guess it was 45 because I just counted right before this video, but I'm keeping the numbers as is because it wouldn't change it that much anyway. I will put up here the total amount that I spent at the bins, but it equaled out to be 80 cents per item, which I'm extremely happy with. All of their shoes and clothing was $1.69 per pound. And the bins that is in my state, I think it's kind of tiered and it's a little bit different on the pricing, but yeah, I found a lot of good things. So we're gonna get into the clothing here in a second, but I do have a couple of like accessories and just some interesting things to show you. So the first thing is actually something my mom found and offered to me. And then I'm keeping it for myself. So obviously Christmas is coming up soon, and she found, look at this little guy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it is new with tags. I guess it's from the 65th anniversary of the Grinch. And this is his dog, and why can I not think of his name? I cannot think of it right now, but I will put it up here. I love the Grinch. I just can't think of his name right now. It's the brain fogginess. But anyway, new with tags, and look at this little guy go. I'm gonna stop it there, but oh my gosh, so adorable. So picked that up. It honestly didn't weigh that much anyway. This is the item that I think I forgot that I had gotten. I was gonna look it up, look up comps, and interestingly enough, we went to the main Denver bins twice. The second time we went, the fire alarm started going off, and we kind of looked around and like no one did anything, and then they told us we all had to leave. So everyone left, fire department came in. It was just a false alarm, nothing happened, but I made a post about it on my Instagram, which I will have linked down in down below. So I think maybe I had gotten this during that time and then just forgot to look at it, but it is a Disney Parks hat. So it has love, and then the O is the Mickey, and it's glittery, or rhinestone, I guess, actually. But it is like an adult's hat. At first I thought it was a kid's hat, but it is adults. But it is from actual Disney parks. It looks like 10 to 15 bucks on a hat, so I'm completely fine with that. This think I've only found this brand once before, and I saw it and I thought, well, I'm gonna pick it up. I don't know what they are. But it is from Outdoor Research, and shout out to Kay from Passports and Pizza Pies. I'll have her information here and then down below. I swore she had found something very similar, and so I messaged her on Instagram after I got these, and she helped me figure out these are called gaiters. And basically, I guess when you're hiking or snowboarding or something like that, you basically put these above your shoes or slightly into your shoe, and it kind of keeps maybe snow or cold out. So I do have a pair of these, and after I had reached out to her, I looked inside and there was a tag, and it says Rocky Mountain Low Gaiter. So if I had just looked in here, I wouldn't have needed her, but she is a really awesome YouTuber, reseller. She has, I think, an Instagram as well, so I would definitely go and check her out. But I just counted this as one because it's a pair of something very similar to these. These are a pair of Dansko little wedge sandals. They were in really good condition. This was the only pair of shoes I believe I got, I think, at all. But these are a size 40. They are Dansko. And I found these at the bins in Colorado Springs. So they're pretty light. I don't know exactly the comps on those, but yeah, I didn't find too many pairs of shoes. The last time when we went to Denver was in March, I believe. And I did find a pair of Rothy's, which are still listed. They're a interesting color. So I figured they'd probably, you know, have to sit around for a little bit, but that was the only pair of shoes I think I found this trip. There was definitely not a lot of shoes at the bins. My mom, I think, found a couple of pairs, but regular thrift stores, there just wasn't a whole lot that I was interested in for the price that it was. So now we're gonna get into the clothing. Now this is technically an accessory, but we're gonna call it clothing for the sake of this video. So this is a really cute fuzzy hat, and there was a couple different hats there that I tried to look at, and this one happened to be a brand that I wanted to pick up, so it is Madewell. It is like a nylon, acrylic, and wool blend, and this is from Holiday of 17. So I don't think I'm going to keep this. We will see. Comps aren't like amazing, but it's a Madewell thing, so I'll pick it up. I found quite a bit of Lululemon, in particular in one bin. I just kept pulling out more and more. So I don't remember if this is from that bin or not, but I always look, and if it looks like there was a tag there, I always look on the back and try to find the Lululemon logo, and there it is. I believe this is a men's. Now this does have a kind of logo on the front, but it says Lion's Den, Strength, Mobility, and Performance. I think this was from like a gym of some sort, or like a CrossFit group or something like that. But I think it'll still sell because it's, I don't know, I think anybody who is looking for a gym outfit would want that. I could be totally wrong. This is a size medium, so it is men's, and for 80 cents, I'm gonna pick up Lululemon. So you will see plenty more here in just a minute. Specifically right now, I guess. So these have been in a suitcase. And if you're curious how we get the items back, we have, my husband and I have a set of luggage each. So it's a smaller one that fits inside a bigger one. We put our own personal things in the two smaller ones and put them in the bigger ones to go to wherever we're traveling to. And then we fill up the bigger ones with whatever we got at the thrift stores, and we come back technically with 4 suitcases, and we always fly Southwest, so we always get the 2 bags checked. We've gotten really close to the 50-pound limit, but we actually bought a little scale pool that you can test for your luggage, and it's pretty accurate. We bought that off Amazon like a couple of trips ago to make sure that that doesn't happen, so we're not, you know, trying to struggle at the airport to get things moved around to fit under that limit. So just in case you're wondering, that's how I got all this stuff home. So this is a Lululemon tank top. And yes, all this does need to be washed, which is why I really wanted to do this video now. So there's no size on this, but I am not afraid. I would definitely prefer to have a size, but I am not afraid to measure. I just measure and then put in the Lululemon size chart so people can compare. I found a Patagonia pullover. This is a little bit pilly, but not too bad at all. This is a size women's medium. It's just a stripe, like quarter, half zip pullover. And again, for the price that I was paying, 80 cents, I'm gonna pick it up. In the bin that had all the Lululemon stuff, there was also some other items, more trendy brands. And this was one of them, and I probably wouldn't pick this up at the normal thrift store, but it is Abercrombie & Fitch. But I wanted to get it because it is the Curve Love line. I've heard that can do really well. This is size 27 or 4. It is the mid-rise boyfriend short. And yes, I know we are going out of short season, but again, 80 cents. I wanted to take a risk on that without taking too much of a risk. So we'll see how it does. This is a Lululemon bra. There is the logo right there. And I believe this one did have a size dot. Yes, it is a size 6. And I love picking up Lululemon sports bras. I think I only have maybe a handful that I've recently listed that is still not sold, but it's recently listed. So the bras for Lululemon, as long as you're pricing them right, they're gonna fly out of your closets. This is a brand that I love to pick up if I can get it cheap. My husband found this one. So it is Life is Good, and this one has a guy with a coffee mug and his dog. And so this is a long sleeve t-shirt, but here is the logo. It's a size men's large, and it is a long sleeve. So this is good for the season we're going into. Make sure to get that listed. I do have an appointment to take some things from my inventory that is not selling, kids items, to Once Upon a Child. We only have one Once Upon a Child in the Tulsa area, and you have to make an appointment to sell anything other than equipment with them. So anytime I bring in clothes, I have to call and make an appointment. And I work during the week, they close before I can get over there. And so I always have to make a Saturday appointment because they also don't do Sunday appointments. And so Saturday appointments are fairly booked out. I made one a week ago, and it is not until November. So while I was there, I was like, you know what, if there's some kid items that I want to pick up that are lightweight, that I can include in that to make some extra money, I'm here for it. So I don't know if I'm going to sell this myself, this particular item, or take it on that trip, but this is Athletic Girl. It's a size 7 or small. It's a little pullover. Now this does have, you'll probably be able to see it, some pilling. So I need to go over it with a sweater shaver. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that piece, but I definitely have some other pieces in here that are for sure going to go to Once Upon a Child. All right, I believe a man and a woman donated their Lululemon stuff all the same time because it was all in the same bin. So this is a Lululemon short sleeve shirt. It is a like kind of two-tone, and I'm just realizing there's a pocket, two-tone blue. There is no size dot in here though. Bummer, but anyway, yeah, so I noticed this. I could usually feel the fabric and tell, and I have an interesting story on one of these pieces coming up. So, but yeah, Lululemon. This was the first Lululemon piece that I found in that bin. Honestly, I had been grabbing, so the way that they do it, they pull it all out, they tell you to go stand by a bin, and then they tell you to shop. So there's not really much running, much craziness until they tell you to shop, and then people start grabbing stuff. But I preferred this method. So I grabbed something and the logo flashed by my face, and I said, whoa, let me hold on to that. So this is a pair of Lululemon shorts. They are a newer pair. And I believe they're the Hottie Hot 2 or something like that. These are a size 6. They're in excellent condition. And another men's Lululemon piece. So this one is kind of like a, not a quarter zip, but it's kind of open at the front, almost like a Henley shirt. And most of these were pretty obvious, the logo. My husband found this, and this is one of my favorite brands just because it's so underrated. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it, and I can usually find it where it's not marked up. So this is a like cropped tank top. It kind of has the swirl print on it, marbled. But this is Beyond Yoga. Their logo, I don't know if it's on, oh yes, it is on the outside here. It's a little like lotus right here. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, this was in great condition, and I love picking it up, and my husband knows it, so glad he found that. I picked this up because it was super lightweight. This is the brand Pointster, which is a line of J. Crew. It's just a cute little ruffle short sleeve top. Now, when I got home, I realized there was one small little mark here, but you know what? I'm just gonna list it as is. It's not worth, for me, it's not worth my time to try to stain treat it. I found a bin that had a couple of nicer pieces in it. And this was one of them. It's Diane von Furstenberg. Most of the items there at the bins were fresh donations. They had never been in the store, but I did find, I think, one or two things that had been, but fresh donations are always the best. So this is a short skirt. This is a size 8, and this was, if I'm not mistaken, let me confirm. Here we go. Yes, it was 40% wool and then acrylic and polyamide, but it's at least a wool blend. So pick that up. This one was an exciting find. It is a hoodie and it is by the brand Marine Layer. This does also have some pilling, but nothing my sweater shaver can't handle. One reason why I do like to go to Denver is you can find a lot of outdoor brands there. So this is the piece that I have the story on. So this is just a blue long sleeve top, and I picked this up. It was in the bin with all the other Lululemon, and I was like, oh, this feels so good. But I looked at top to bottom 3 times, could not find a logo, could not find a tag anywhere. And so I threw it back. And then I went away and came back and I was like, I want to see if there's any more that I maybe missed or someone threw back. And I found it and I felt it again and I just said, this has to be something. Let me go ask my husband, Chris, and because he's usually really good about finding the logo. And sure enough, he found it. So I'm glad I went back. It is very hard to see, but it is right there. It is blue on blue. But never underestimate feeling an item, because sometimes you can really tell great quality, which in this case, I just knew it was Lululemon. So no size, but again, have no problem measuring. This is one of the items that I'm going to take to Once Upon a Child. It's a short sleeve shirt, but it is a collab with Under Armour and Star Wars, which I thought was interesting. And this is a youth size medium. So hopefully they'll take that. Chris also found this shirt here, and it is an Ariat shirt, size large. It says exclusively designed for buckle, and it has a American flag on the back. And this was one of the items that had been in the Goodwill, and they had wanted $3.99 for it. So I got it for 80 cents. This also came from a Goodwill. This is Toad & Co. It's a size medium. It's like a little pocketed tunic top. And like I mentioned, came from Goodwill. They wanted $4.99. This is a brand that I don't pick up too super often, at least a specific style of their leggings, because I picked up a bunch in the past and they have not done well, but their other items typically have, and Chris found this in a bin. It is Outdoor Voices. It is a men's pair of shorts. They were in really good condition. And I think I found a women's pair of shorts that I got at a regular thrift store. So you have to wait to see that pair as well. Chris also found this. This is Athleta, size extra, small, petite. But I've done well with petite and tall sizes in Athleta. So this is one of their breezy tank tops. It does have a little bit of pilling around the neckline, which I'm happy to sweater shave that. And then this item was an item in with the Lululemon stuff, and I was very excited to see it. First off, I kind of knew just from the look of it, it was going to be something good, and it was. Patagonia. These are the almost baggy shorts or something like that. It is a version of the baggy shorts, just a very short version of it. So these are Patagonia, size medium. And this was a fairly new pair. It was from spring of 21. So picked those up. Another Lululemon piece, but This piece has the reflective missing. Now I have heard you can go into the store and they will restamp it for you. I need to call my local one to see if they'll do that. But yeah, just a short sleeve shirt. This was a little bit of a heavier item, but it is soft surroundings, size large, and it's like a velour tunic, mini dress situation going on here. And so I've done well with soft surrounding pieces that are unique, not just the basic plain ones. So we'll see. I picked this up because it was new with tags. I'm not expecting a ton from it, but it is Kavu. It does have new with tag and it retailed for $40. It's called the Paddle Out short sleeve shirt. It does have a pretty cool graphic on the back. I've only sold Kavu in dresses, so not even their bags, what they're known for. So we'll see how that does. I'm hoping it does well since it is new with tags. This is an item I found at the Colorado Springs bins, and I was pleasantly surprised. This is Todd Schneider, and I believe I've heard Kathy from Ginger Marvin talk about this brand, and so I picked it up and looked up comps, and they're actually pretty good. So should be able to get about 40 bucks for this. It's just a short sleeve polo shirt. And there, oh no, that's just a shadow, not a stain. This it's Lululemon, but I did not get it in the bin with all the other. I got it with the Diane von Furstenberg. So this is a very small tank top. Has to be like a size 0 or 2. It has a cutout in the back. And then there is that logo. It is ribbed. And I'm hoping because it's kind of more unique, I can put it into Google Lens and figure it out from there. This was another Star Wars kids shirt. It looks like it's a Mad Engine Star Wars. It says, "We can all be heroes." Just really cute. That is going to go to Once Upon a Child. Chris found these, and these are always a fun find, especially at the bins. Pair of Spanx. These are a size medium. They are the faux leather, kind of metallic-y looking pair of leggings. Absolutely gonna pick those up. This is a kid's item. I don't know if I want to take it to the bins, to Once Upon a Child, or sell it myself, but it is a little girl's dress. It does have some washwear to it, but it's a girl's size medium, and it is Patagonia. So we'll see what I end up doing with that. I did pick up a couple other Madewell pieces. So this is Madewell, size small. It's a little Whisper cotton turtleneck top, very lightweight. This needs a little bit of sweater shaving on the inside here, but it is Athleta. I just thought this was a really pretty print. Has a textured side and side pockets and mesh on one side of the leggings as well. Then my husband picked up this pair of jeans. It was the only pair of jeans I think I got from the bins. Pilcrow in the letterpress. It is the Stet, S-T-E-T style, but I want to pick it up because it's a bigger size. It's a size large, size 30. But it is a skinny style. For 80 cents, I'm gonna pick it up. I did find a pair of Sweaty Betty leggings. These are a size extra small, like a pretty teal color. They are cropped, but that has never really hurt Sweaty Betty sales for me, and it's pretty lightweight. My husband found this one. It is Title IX, which I feel like is also another underrated, more mature, active kind of wear line. But this is like a very neon yellow zip up jacket, size medium. I think this is the last piece I got to take to Once Upon a Child. It is North Face, little long sleeve tee. I think it's perfect for the season we're going into, so hopefully they take that. Like I said, I'm also going to be pulling some things, some kids items that I've had for over a year and a half that just have not moved. and taking those as well as if I go to anywhere else between now and then and want to pick up some items for that. Madewell again, size large, pink little short sleeve v-neck whisper tee. This brand, I found 4 or 5, I want to say it was 5 items by this brand, but in much larger sizes, and those sold so quickly for me. So I'm gonna see if it's the same with the smaller sizes. It is a bra, it's a nice little purple color, and it is by the brand She Fit. Now this one is a size medium, but basically it's supposed to be able to hold you in really well because it has the front zipper, but it also has adjustable straps to help kind of lift. So I found that and picked that up just to test out the smaller sizes. And the last item is nothing too crazy, but I do like picking up Prana when I can get it pretty cheap. I saw so much Prana in the regular thrift stores and I did not pick up any of it. So this, I believe, was the only Prana item I picked up because of the price. It's a cute little moto style pair of pants. It is a size 2, so a little bit smaller, but pretty lightweight, so it didn't take up too much space in the suitcase or in the total weight that I had for the bins. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that. Yeah, I will have the other items that I got at the regular thrift stores hopefully out in the next week or 2, and I'm gonna get this washed. And I already have some stuff here that I had before this trip that I need to take care of, but since I am not feeling amazing 100%, I don't know how fast I will get through that. But right now, the amount of items that I have that I'm going to list between what I got in Denver and what I already had here is about 240 items. I like to say around 100, and I was around 100 when we left, but obviously I sourced almost 145 items. So yeah, but I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to get a bunch of stuff. I think what I paid for all of this, 80 cents each per item, is great. Hopefully those couple Once Upon a Child pieces can get me a little bit of that money back just right off the bat. And then there are some really good things I found at the regular thrift store, so you're not going to want to miss out on that video. So if you enjoyed this one, make sure to give it a thumbs up on your way out. Make sure to subscribe, and you can hang around here because it's pretty cool. Make sure to drop a comment down below if you want to say hi or comment on anything that I picked up, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!